What up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something that we don't do on this channel much lately, and that is watch a trailer for the Fantastic Four. Pretty sure the last trailer we watched on this channel was for Deadpool and Wolverine, so it's been a minute.
I'm personally not super familiar with Fantastic Four. I think I saw the first movie, like the one with Jessica Alba and all them, when I was a kid, like maybe one time, so I don't really fully remember it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen those movies. I know that the remake that they did in 2015 was absolute ass. I don't remember it very vividly, but that's probably because it was so horrible it didn't like imprint in my mind. Going into this Fantastic Four iteration, I am cautiously optimistic. The MCU has been hit or miss lately for me in the last few years. A lot of misses, very few hits in all honesty. But I kind of have a feeling that they're kind of steering right back into the right direction. I'm not really excited for Captain America at all, to be honest, but this movie I'm really looking forward to. Daredevil I'm really looking forward to. And I'm kind of really excited for Thunderbolts as well. The trailer like made me excited, but before the trailer I was like, these are just a whole bunch of people's side characters. I'm not sure if I'm gonna really vibe with it, but it looked pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for Thunderbolts too. I feel like hopefully that's like a sleeper one.
What I know about this one though is that I think that the rumors out there are kind of saying that it's going to take place in like a past futuristic type society, which might not be the 616. Galactus is going to be in it, which the interpretation of Galactus in the original one, I'm pretty sure he was just a cloud. I don't know if you remember that since you saw it when you were a kid.
I don't remember.
So good Galactus representation I feel like we need in the MCU. And then also I'm pretty sure Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. is going to make an appearance at some point in time, but I don't think that he's going to be like a major part of it. I'm pretty sure that'll probably end up being like a teaser, probably at the end of the movie, maybe an end credit scene, just to kind of get people hyped for Doomsday.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
So vintage.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
I think in the original he was practical.
Before we went up the first time,
Like a suit, the thing.
you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi!
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Yeah, there's Galactus.
It's a family.
So going off of this trailer, I will say it hasn't really moved the needle for me one way or another in terms of excitement or like, oh, I'm a little worried about it. I'm still exactly where I was before we watched it, in all honesty. Cautiously optimistic that it could be good, knowing that I don't really know too much about the Fantastic Four just in general. I will say they didn't really show us much. They kind of really focused on like, you know, the family element of those four. I do know that that was the Fantastic Four's like either thing that they said about them or they were the first family, if I'm not mistaken.
I did really like the kind of whole mid-century retro futurism aesthetic that they had going on. It felt very much like, you know, those old ads where they were like, oh, the kitchen of the future, but like looking back now, it looks so vintagey. But it's just like such a specific era and aesthetic and style, and it's cool to see that incorporated here.
Yeah, that like thing in the living room area where they kind of like dipped in, where you have like a place where people would sit, and then you have like a little fireplace in the center. Theirs was like hanging from like the ceiling and whatnot. I've always really liked that. They need to bring that back into like modern day aesthetics. As for the look and feel of the actual characters, I think her name is Vanessa Kirby, the one who's playing the Invisible Woman. I think she definitely has the look. Joseph Quinn, who played like Eddie Munson in Stranger Things. I know he's kind of on a come up right now too. He's after Stranger Things, that kind of just catapulted him into like a lot of different roles, and now I'm seeing him pop up in a lot of things. And I feel like Marvel's done that periodically, finding actors that are on the rise and kind of like not necessarily hitching their wagon to them, but maybe it's like a mutual beneficial thing. It's like, oh, this actor is really kind of going to start to blow up, and then people are going to recognize them as this character as well. I could definitely see that with him. The guy who plays the Thing, I'm not very familiar with, and then everyone knows who the hell Pedro Pascal is. But yeah, I don't really think Pedro Pascal necessarily has the look, in all honesty, for me. But you know, Pedro Pascal's in everything. I don't think that he's been in anything I've necessarily like hated. I think he's always kind of either done a solid performance or a great performance. So I don't necessarily think that he's going to like have a bad performance as Mr. Fantastic. But he definitely doesn't look like Mr. Fantastic that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really have much knowledge about Fantastic Four. I definitely am looking forward to seeing the movie. I'm not like super like, oh my gosh, you know, excited about it like in that way, but I'm not like disinterested. Like, I am definitely looking forward to going and seeing it in theaters and hoping to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, with this movie coming out this year, Thunderbolts, like we said, and Daredevil, I'm hoping that the MCU is on the rise. We do plan on reacting to Daredevil on the channel, which is something that I don't think we've done on this channel since Moon Knight. I think that was the last Disney Plus MCU show we watched on here. And a lot of that has just been choice because a lot of stuff hasn't looked good to us. We checked out some stuff off the channel and it just wasn't great. But hopefully Daredevil isn't
great.
Bad. No, isn't bad and is good.
I feel like it'll be good.
I think so too. I think the trailer for that, which we didn't react to, but we did watch, it looked like it had that same vibe. We're actually going back and watching Daredevil right now off the channel, which Casey actually reacted to the first season on the channel if you want to go check that out. But we didn't have time to get all through season 2 and all through season 3 before Daredevil Born Again comes out. So we're just watching it on our own, keeping up with like what's going on. Even though I don't necessarily think that you need to watch it before, I feel like they're probably going to start it in a position where it's like, okay, it's going to probably give you a little bit of a recap or just kind of reintroduce these characters without having to like reference previous events.
There'll probably be like little Easter eggs and stuff, but it'll probably be like, you know, if you haven't seen that other show, you could go in and watch it, I would assume.
But don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out our second channel, Casey and Anthony. I know that might sound weird, but it's just our names. It's our vlog channel. We've been posting all of our Japan content over there. We plan on being very active on that channel going forward.